2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. That one is caught by Hunt. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. Motion man left is Lazard. Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
On the counter, Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders 31. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 16. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Cam Akers, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's A.J. Cole now. And now we've got whistles. I think we had a defender too eager to go for the block. So a 5-yard swing, but still 4th down.
You just wonder if the punt team used up something there that they didn't need to, right? Draw them off sides, but it still doesn't get them a first down. I used that one on 4th and 5 or less.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Partner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. Mahomes now to throw. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. You see the numbers, up over 200 passing yards already. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And again, it's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Cam Akers. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 14-10. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That's caught by Myers. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now O'Connell. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Swings this out for Hunt. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Sticking to the air with O'Connell here. Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. A number of great games coming up this holiday weekend. Of course, we begin tomorrow. The 2nd ever Black Friday game. The Raiders, Chiefs from Arrowhead. Even more good matchups to check out in the late afternoon window. A 4 o'clock start up in Baltimore, where it'll be the Ravens taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And lastly, on Sunday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Buffalo Bills. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it. The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Mahomes going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So not the strongest of kicks we've seen him make, but he gets a favorable bounce, and it's 3 points all the same.
Yeah, that was one of those where he needed the 6-iron, but he pulled out the 9-iron. That one was run out of gas quickly, but he does manage to pop it over the bar.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal.
There he goes, left side. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Cam Akers, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of score.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The Chiefs offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. On the handoff, it's Akers. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time... Behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Mahomes, and that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember, the last time out, They fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Minshew sets to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Minshew. And that is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass and you blew coverage on, what did you say to it?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that
answer. That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The home team's offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. On the give, this is Akers. Shedding the tackle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 147 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Going right back to Akers. Robert Spillane able to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Mahomes. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And he will have a Chiefs first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Cam Akers, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Here's Minshew. Buying time to... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bowers. Yeah. To the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning. And tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. They'll run this with Akers. He gets away from one. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now here come the Raiders. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Out of the gun is Minshew. He'll get this to Lazard.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll look to throw again. That's to Bowers once again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Now 2nd and 9. They run again with Hunt. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Alan Lazard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs offense and the veteran DeAndre Hopkins set to take over once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, second down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he whips that one incomplete there. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
A give, running right is Akers. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
That is caught. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run here with Akers. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raiders now set to get the football back. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Swings this out for Hunt. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
To throw again on 2nd down, Minshew. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew. And the Chiefs are going to get him. So here's a 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
They'll go again here with Akers. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25.
A give up the middle to Akers. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. And that's the one that should seal the victory. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Here's a fake on a jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Now a run with Akers.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Here's Akers. They try and run.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Give them a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Delay of game.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 4th down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said,
now Minshew has it knocked out, fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter.
Delay of game.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
and partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chiefs, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.